Hi everybody, welcome to a special edition of Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Today we are taking you out of the city and on an adventure to some of our favorite travel destinations. From ski resorts in Whistler and Bend to some southern charm in Charleston. We start off our journey in one of the coolest outdoor towns on the map. We're talking about Grand County, Colorado, and no trip there is complete without a visit to Winter Park. Boredom does not exist at Winter Park during the summer months. Families flock to the mountain to experience a bevy of activities. One of the biggest attractions, biking.
Whoa! People love it up here. This trail is really cool.
Justin knows the trails like the back of his hand.
There are over 600 miles of trails here in Winter Park, from beginner abilities up to advanced abilities. It's in the mountains, but it's not in the steep mountains, so you've got a lot of flowy, rolly terrain. Up on the hill, there is the bike park, the Trestle Bike Park. It's also got a variety of terrain. There are a lot of wooden features, a lot of wooden bridges.
For the less adventurous, Winter Park is also home to tons of shops and restaurants. But before we could leave, everyone said there was one thing we had to try, the Alpine Slide. Woo! Yeah, baby! Woo! Coming to an end! All right, man. That was fun. You gotta love Winter Park. Yeah! Another big tourist destination in Grand County is Rocky Mountain National Park.
I've done this.
We met up with Ranger Sarah and hit the trails.
This is one of our more popular trails on the west side of the park. The reason for that is where we're headed today. About a third of a mile in, we meet Adams Falls. Rocky Mountain National Park right now is the third most visited park in the national park system.
Doesn't matter, no matter where you look, it's just gorgeous.
There's not a bad thing to see here in the park. I mean, it is beautiful. We're so fortunate to have these protected places.
I need to see these falls. Oh, look at that. Look, oh wow. Look at that. That is pumping, isn't it?
Here it is. What do you think?
I think it is tremendous. And I'm glad I'm not in a kayak right now because that is really moving.
And these falls are amazing!
They're really great.
This is a lot of water rushing through here. And let's not fall off, okay?
So I would imagine you recommend this for everybody to hike up here.
You know, this is one of our most popular trails and it's for a reason. This is a great introduction to Rocky Mountain National Park's west side. A lot of people want to know, where do I see a moose? Particularly here on the west side of the park. We've got a large moose population over here, and it really draws people in.
We also visited a luxury dude ranch in Grand County, Colorado. To check it out, head to SeattleRefined.com. From Colorado to Canada, we love to visit our neighbors to the north, and it doesn't hurt that some of the best BC cities are just a short drive from Seattle. One of the most beautiful and most popular cities is, of course, Victoria. It's perfect for a quick weekend getaway. While many people come to Victoria for high tea at the Empress Hotel, there's also a whole different side of the city with hip food and fashion.
Right now we are on Lower Johnson, Lojo, as everybody here locally knows it and calls it. Lower Johnson is it's the biggest fashion destination in Victoria. And what makes Lower Johnson so special is all of these stores have a story. They're all independently owned boutiques. They all carry really cool lines from Victoria, from Vancouver, a lot of Canadian lines, a lot of lines from Denmark, just all over Europe.
If you go to Victoria, one of the best ways to get there is by seaplane or the Victoria Clipper. And we can't talk about British Columbia without heading to Whistler. Refined spent time there and crammed a lot in. We went to the outdoor Scandinavian spa, which is the perfect place to relax.
So we are a silent spa, so we don't allow any talking on site at all.
We went off-roading in the mountains and saw a hidden lake that few people get to see.
Tell me about this lake.
So this lake, I don't even think it's on any maps. I think it might be kind of a secret lake. Not a lot of people know about it. But this is a man-made lake.
But one of the coolest sights was when we went on a hike looking for boxcars lost in the wilderness since the 1950s.
In 1956, there was a train accident and the cars derailed, and they actually derailed in a rock cut area, so they were jammed in there, and the train company couldn't move them, so they asked a local logging family, the Velo family, if they could come and help. So they came and they dragged the cars up the track and then dumped them in the forest. So all the trees grew around them naturally, and there's no damage in this area. It became a local spot for graffiti artists, for bike trails. They often do jumps off of them, and just a great place to hike and, you know, discover this area in the middle of the forest with train.
Very cool.
You should also put the world's coldest vodka ice bar on your Whistler bucket list. It's at the Barefoot Bistro. There you'll also find the largest wine cellar in British Columbia with 28,000 bottles and a $60,000 bottle of wine of cognac. Whistler isn't the only ski resort that's not far from Seattle. As Refine's Brandon Bernstead shows us, the mountain town of Bend, Oregon is a go-to destination during the winter months.
It's the perfect mix of world-class amenities and outdoor adventure. This is Bend, Oregon, the mountain town that has it all.
I mean, one quick look around us right now is baby why one should come up here in the wintertime. Bend is fabulous.
Located just a half hour from Bend, Mount Bachelor is one of the best ski resorts in North America. But the perfect way to explore this winter wonderland is in a pair of snowshoes.
On a day like today, there's virtually no snow in Bend, but you come up here and there's 8 feet of snow underneath our feet. And this is the playground. This is paradise, in my opinion.
I hit the backcountry with Dave Nissen, owner of the acclaimed Wanderlust Tours.
There's so much more than what meets the eye out here. So we're cruising around, we're jumping off lava flows, we're running down hills, we're quietly going through the forest.
Yeah! Ah! I went down. I'm back up. That was not it. That was not it.
You kind of landed on your back. That was pretty.
Pretty would not be the word I would use, but it's a heck of a lot of fun. After my mountain adventure, I needed a pick-me-up, so we headed back to town to check out the Riff Cold Brewed Tap Room.
We think that this is the nation's, if not the world's, first tap room exclusively dedicated to cold brewed coffee innovation.
At Riff, they're taking cold brewed coffee to the next level, experimenting with different flavors and levels of caffeine.
And we have a great selection of our coffees, from nitrogenated nitro coffee to regular coffee to CBD cold brew to a hot nitro coffee. If you're here during the nighttime, we have great coffee cocktails. We really want to push people in what they're familiar with coffee, and then to expand what they know of coffee all at the same time.
If you're looking for an incredible, luxurious meal, there's no shortage of options all over Bend.
You don't expect the level of restaurants that we have here, the level of talent that's in this town. You know, you can go anywhere from a food truck to a brewery to a fine dining restaurant like this, and there's always a good meal to be had.
At Boss Taurus, celebrated chef George Morris sources the highest quality beef from around the globe.
We house 2 different varieties of A5 Wagyu beefs. This is from Miyazaki. I'm gonna spin this around and I'm gonna show you the other, which is Hokkaido.
Morris is also the mastermind behind the upcoming Miyagi Ramen. For us, he's preparing one of Boss Taurus's most popular appetizers, Hudson Valley Foie Gras Terrine.
This is a cranberry gastrique, so we put that down first. Second, we're gonna take our foie gras terrine, so we'll make a nice clean cut. And this is a little bit of toasted pistachio. And we'll turn the smoking gun on, torch the maple wood chips, just like that, and we're gonna fill the dome with smoke. Pull that out, and then the foie gras terrine smokes as it goes out to the table. I want every guest to walk out of here, you know, really impressed with the experience they've had. We want to blow everybody's expectations out of the water when they come in here.
A stunning end to a spectacular adventure in beautiful Bend, Oregon. For Seattle Refined, I'm Brandon Bernstead.
To learn more about Visit Bend and how to plan your next getaway, head to SeattleRefined.com. Refined's special travel edition is just getting started. Coming up, from a spectacular sunset to a spaghetti Sammy. Baby, look at that. Man. Refined beelines for the beach to one of the coolest California spots. Plus,
it's also very authentic. This is the food that we're eating now is the same food that was being prepared 250 years ago.
We hit the streets in the most romantic city in the country. Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back to Refine and our special travel edition. I'm Garrett Swanson. You know, we've been lucky enough to visit a lot of mountain towns with gorgeous views, but everyone knows I love the beach in Southern California. And if you're looking for a paradise that's a short flight from Seattle, look no farther than Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach, an Orange County gem, known as Surf City, USA. The Pacific Ocean, a year-round oasis. Perfect any time of year.
Yeah, I really like the beach because it's so long. I'm out here in the dead of winter, which is really nice in California.
Huntington Beach flows as far as the eye can see. It's a sandy destination delivering something for everyone. Once you hit the beach, you never want to leave. It's an amazing slice of Southern California.
Huntington Beach is beautiful. It's 10 miles uninterrupted beaches. I've been here pretty much my whole life and can't see myself living anywhere else. We're close to Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, short drive to LA, short drive to Newport. We're kind of the central for a lot of places in Southern California.
Okay, that's the Pacific Ocean. I'm across the street at Pacific City, and they have some great shops and restaurants here. Pacific City is paradise among the palms. It's your top spot for shopping at unique stores and dining on local cuisine. They have it all here, like Burnt Crumbs, an award-winning restaurant that serves up a spaghetti Sammy that has a huge social media following. All right, tell me what we're making here.
All right, we're making our famous spaghetti grilled cheese.
Spaghetti grilled cheese.
As crazy as it sounds. Start off with sourdough bread.
My favorite.
A slice of mozzarella cheese, and then a patty of spaghetti and meat sauce that we make from scratch every morning.
Dude, that's a big patty.
It really is. It's definitely a filling sandwich.
Oh, look at that.
Cheese.
Baby, look at that. Man.
It's hot, be careful.
Now I know why this is award-winning. I mean, look at this. This is disgustingly good. As the sun settles for the night, the beach is still a hot spot for fun family activities. S'mores, anyone?
I've been in charge of making bonfires for a lot of hotel guests and visitors to Huntington Beach for about 6 years. I've been doing it. I love it.
All right, how's that looking, Sean?
Looking good.
Looking good?
We have 500 fire pits that in the summertime, they're almost always sold out. People are booking them early in the morning, and it's just a fun experience.
Huntington Beach is so pretty. I mean, no matter where you look, up and down the beach, towards the mountains, I mean, it's incredible here. Just when you think it's bedtime in Huntington Beach, the city dances with excitement. Especially every Tuesday. Rain or shine, a Sunset Farmers Market takes over Main Street, offering locally grown fruits and veggies and handcrafted products. You know, up in Seattle, we have great farmers markets, but this one's kind of off the charts here.
We have 3 blocks, including the side blocks, so we can fit 125 vendors.
It kind of feels like a big party out here. It's at night, people are loving it.
Yes, and we have entertainment on each block, and so that livens things up.
So it's been going on for like almost a decade. I mean, there's a lot of people that come out here. They got live entertainment, which is totally off the hook. I love it.
Huntington Beach, busting a move on all levels. Whether you're shopping, eating, or playing in the sun, this pearl of the Pacific is a must-see destination. To learn more about beautiful Huntington Beach, head to SeattleRefined.com. Huntington Beach isn't the only beach destination that we visited recently. Hawaii is also top on our list. Refined has a special relationship with Disney's Aulani Resort and Spa. It's really perfect for the entire family, with spacious rooms, thrill rides, and even a lazy river to float away. There's also a rainbow reef so you can swim with the fishes. To learn more about the resort, head to our website and search Hawaii. Coming up, giddy up.
You gave me the fast horse? I look like a natural though, don't I?
The refined travel outtakes that we save from the cutting room floor. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Refined in our special travel edition. I'm Garrett Swanson. Well, so far we have taken you to Colorado, Canada, Bend, Oregon, and even Southern California. But if you're looking for romance and a little bit of history, you have to head across the country to Charleston, South Carolina. This is John Laverne. He's with Bulldog Tours here in Charleston. You have a great job, my man. This is nice here.
I love it. Every day I am thrilled that this is what I get to do, showcase my hometown. You know, we've got these amazing, these are pre-revolutionary homes through here, and they've been the restoration of them is magnificent.
So these are hundreds of years old here.
They are. Most of these early 1700s.
You know what's special about Charleston? Everywhere you turn, there's some piece of history.
There is, and it's a fascinating place. You know, we've been here since 1670, and had a lot of major events happen here, whether it's the beginning of the Civil War or when the British occupied Charleston during the Revolutionary War.
As John and I walked around the city, it seemed like there was an interesting story around every bend.
This is where they entertained George Washington during his visit.
Right here?
Yep. He stood right on that balcony and gave a speech to Charleston. And the ladies of this town were enamored with him. He was absolutely the most popular celebrity in the world. Charleston was bombarded for 587 days and nights continuously during the war between the states. And yeah, there's cannonballs all around here, but I thought it was a great use of this one here, the way they put it up on the gate post, and they have these beautiful wrought iron gates here.
But Charleston isn't just a place for history buffs. It's fast becoming one of the most popular tourist destinations in the U.S., with amazing shopping, nightlife, and food.
It's also very authentic. The food that we're eating now is the same food that was being prepared 250 years ago, and we're using the same heirloom ingredients and the same recipes, and these world-class chefs are just, you know, putting their own spin on it. And so Charleston's certainly become a foodie destination in recent years, but
and romantic, right?
It is. People love it. You know, at nighttime it's just this mystical, magical, romantic place to walk around, and you know, wonderful restaurants and nice people, and it just kind of creates the perfect scene for couples.
Whether you're looking to explore the history, soak in the romance, or dive into the food, Charleston is a city that is ready to welcome you with open arms.
This is Waterfront Park, and this was dedicated in 1991.
What's the deal with the fountain?
This is a pineapple fountain, and it's just one of the main features of Waterfront Park. Pineapple is a symbol of hospitality, and we thought what better way to show the world that we love them and we want them to come visit us.
We'll be right back. Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back. We are wrapping up this special edition of Seattle Refined. Over the last half hour, we have taken you on a cross-country journey to our favorite travel destinations. And I have to be honest, it's not always easy to film on location. So as we end the show, here's a blooper reel from my time in Colorado. We'll see you next time, right back here on Seattle Refined.
You gave me the fast horse? I look like a natural though, don't I? Is there any way you could take us to Seattle?
No. The wind doesn't go that way.
I don't have anything
You got
here,
a
do
fish?
I?
No.
Looks like I got
I think you might have a rock.
Welcome back to Seattle Refined. We're on the road in Grand Canyon. Now, do you ever take your girlfriends out here? Be honest.
Right here's the oldest Right here's the oldest lake house on the lake.
Okay, you're totally ignoring me. Do you ever take your girlfriend out here?
No.
So Frankie, you ever put your Speedo on and just jump in?
No.
Wow, Winter Park is so much fun. Look at all the cool stuff we did. The bike riding. One more thing to do, the Alpine Glide. Let's go. Alpine Slide. There's one more thing to do. What is it called?
That's perfect. I don't want to do it again.
Dude, this is crazy.
Since '91.
This is crazy.
Here to the south, we have this little town right here called